Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Akephalos here and I'm bringing to you another Legends of Runeterra guide video. Now in this video we'll be exploring the new labs, which is Journey to the Peak, and we'll be kicking off with the Diana route. Now if you're looking for the Leona route, be sure to check out the other video which I will link at the end of this video. I didn't want to obstruct the screen for those who are here to see Diana, so yeah, hopefully that you understand that. And basically if you're looking for the Leona video, be sure to wait until the end of the video, or if you want to watch it now, be sure, maybe you can try to check out my channel if that's possible. It should be under my Legends of Runeterra guides playlist. It should be there. But yeah, we're gonna jump into this first challenge against Lulu as Diana. Now for the first challenge, we want to go with either Mystic Moon or Pale Moon. Pale Moon is actually my preferred option, given that you get a mana refund each time you play a unit, the first unit you play each round. But Mystic Moon is kinda decent too, because after you activate Nightfall, you get to draw a card. But I'm trying to think of aggression. I want to go more aggro in this, play more aggressively. That's why I decided to go for the mana refund route. Now, the first stage Lulu is actually kinda easy if you ask me. You should be able to win this one relatively easily on your first try. Basically what you have to do is you really have to starve her of playing her units. You want to keep her board empty or to a minimum at times. But yeah, like I said, you don't want her to play too many of her units, because it can bite you in the arse. So yeah, as you can see here, like I said, the mana refund is very powerful in this one, because I summoned Diana the first round and it restored my mana back to 2, and I managed to get another Lunari Shadestock on the board. So yeah, it could be very useful. And also, if you're new to playing the Nightfall units, a tip for you is try not to think about activating them all the time. I mean, definitely prioritize activating them, but if it's not possible, it's okay. Try to use them as buffer cards. Of course, certain cards you'll want to think about value more, like what card could be a better buffer than the other in terms of economy. So I would suggest that using your Crescent Guardians as defensive buffers if possible. Try not to go for your Lunari Shadestalkers as defensive buffers, given they have the elusive keyword, which is very useful in getting guaranteed damage essentially. So as you can see here, she silences a Crescent Guardian, but it doesn't matter at that point, because I already have 2 of the Lunari Shadestalkers on board. So yeah, that's very useful. And also I already have a Golden Sister in my hand, and actually made a mistake here. I played the Golden Sister forgetting I had a full board, so I didn't manage to get the elusive sister. Was it the Silver Sister, I believe? Yeah, I couldn't manage to get her on board, so it was a bad move by me, I admit. But yeah, also be sure to know that you can't follow this guide to the letter, given that each time you get a different set of cards, you draw a different set of cards. So the cards that I draw in this particular video that you're watching might be different from the one that you are going to draw, and also the subsequent cards that you are going to draw from your deck, that's going to be different as well. So you can't follow this guide to the letter. I'm just here to highlight to you what is the better ability to select, and what is the better expansions, deck additions to choose. Alright, so anyway, we have she plays the Tasty Fable here, which is actually very irritating if you ask me, because the lifesteal can really delay the game and stall it out, which is not really too ideal. But I believe the Lulu actually comes out right now, which is really too late to do anything. So what I decided to do was excuse me, I just had my lunch. Alright, so yeah, just attack and just really try to close out the game real quick. Alright, so with that out of the way, we have to go for the second challenge, which is which is against Trundle. Now for my original run, the run that I unlocked the icon with, the reason why we are doing this labs video is just unlock the Nightfall icon and the Daybreak icon. So yeah, stay tuned if you're interested to know, if you want to watch out. So I actually went with Nocturne during my first run, thinking that the synergy would be better given I'm activating Nightfall all the time. Well, the thing was, with the Nocturne edition, I wasn't really getting the sustain, I would say. Like, to tell the truth, that I have a deck, a personal deck that I play, which consists of Leona, Diana, and Nocturne. So yeah, I thought like, since I'm kind of used to that deck, the Nocturne deck would suit me well. but I actually didn't really do too well against the Trundle during my first run. So I still won. But I decided that for this episode to show you guys, I think it was better to go with the Karma deck, given the Karma deck has recall spell, and that could be very useful, and I believe we used that recall spell to our advantage later on too. Alright, so as I said, I drew a Diana. I played it right off the bat. I got the Norris Shade Stalker to get the instant Nightfall activation and the guaranteed 4 damage really. So I played Invoke here, and I believe I went for the Traveler. Was it? I believe I went for the Traveler. Yeah, I did go for the Traveler, and you'll want to try to really try to get more Celestial units, high-powered Celestial units, if possible. And yeah, just really try to sustain and try to win the late game, because you can't really do much early game or mid game. Early game definitely you can't win early game. Mid game is very difficult to win, but the late game is pretty much you have a good chance. So yeah, Trundle's ability here is very powerful actually. Like, okay, first of all, in the Lulu game, the ability is that it pluses 2 attack power to the weakest unit for the AI. But in the Trundle game, it actually deducts from your units and grants it to them. So basically, that's a very powerful ability. In fact, it's very annoying, as I should say. So yeah, you'll want to try not to sacrifice your units that might be crucial to winning you the game. Like as you can see here, like earlier when Trundle got the plus 2, he stole it from my Serpent. So my Serpent's basically the Serpent's job was really just to draw out the units and try to really finish them off. But yeah, it got deducted. It really outlived its usefulness, so I decided to sacrifice it and just avoid damage. So yeah, basically that's that. And as you can see there, I went for the Crescent Garden earlier, and yeah, it bite me in the arse with the Elixir of Iron. So the game's going a bit fast paced, and I'm doing post commentary actually. I'll admit to you. All right, but anyway, that's besides the point. So yeah, it stole my power from the Dust Petal Dustbringer. So I decided to sacrifice that as a buffer card instead. So yeah, I decided to check the rounds just to check the round 6, because I thought of Enlightening Karma. Then I actually didn't need to Enlighten Karma later on. All I needed was the Living Legends in my hand, as you can see there. So yeah, the Living Legends really saved me this game. I'm telling you boys, the Living Legends really saved me this game. As you can see here, we draw quite a few decent cards. The Destroyer actually helped a lot in this game. So yeah, I went with the Destroyer first just to get the mana refund, so that I can cast more spells. I managed to stun. Yeah, I summoned the Trickster, but I actually managed, and it went for the harsh. Was it harsh winds? Icequake. Sorry, Icequake. So it kills off all my units that have that have 3 health. So what happened was, I managed to get Meteor Shower. I didn't want to use Meteor Shower yet. I decided to go with Stun, and I actually made a mistake here where I stunned Trundle and I stunned the Augur of the Old Ones, the Old Troll on the left of Trundle. I thought that it might cancel out the regeneration Overwhelm, and after you see what I mean. I stunned them there, and I went with a Silence on the Augur of the Old Ones. So I thought it might cancel out the regeneration and the Overwhelm, but instead actually what it did was it canceled out the stun too. So yeah, it was really a big mistake on my part, but we managed to overcome that. Really, as we played the Destroyer and the Traveler here, because Trundle's stunned, he can't really do anything, and I knew I had the power advantage to pressure the board, given the other two were at 2 health. So yeah, I decided to go for just go for the Traveler and try to pressure the board. So anyway, the AI summons Tarkas the Tribeless here. Was it Tarkas? I can't remember I don't know. It's one of the trolls. The troll names are very confusing to me. I can't remember them all. So I went with the Nightfall Priestess as a buffer card. I didn't want to invoke because I pretty much thought about how I wanted to approach this. At first, I wanted to go with the Ephemeral Shadow Flare, thinking that I'd kill everyone. Then I realized that it would be detrimental given that I have my Destroyer on board, which is my ace card. Then I had the brightest idea, which is to recall my Destroyer and summon it the next round. So yeah, it's really, really, how do I call it? really pro gamer move here, I believe. I'm praising myself. I'm not a pro gamer, I'm just kidding. Alright, so anyway, I summoned the destroyer here. There's nothing much the AI could do at this point, given that 16 power, even the strongest is what, 8, and basically that means it's basically guaranteed 8 damage. So yeah, there's really nothing the AI can do, and at this point we basically win the game. Alright, so now as we head into our final challenge, which is against Aurelion Sol. Among them all, this is probably the toughest one, because Aurelion Sol is a very strong, the deck Aurelion Sol uses, the AI uses, the Aurelion Sol deck is very, very strong. And in my original run, I actually went for Ezreal, thinking that we know Ezreal's ability where he's elusive, and when he strikes the Nexus, he gets a Mystic Shot. So I thought that I could probably try to take out the Herald of Dragons, given that I know that he's definitely going to run Herald of Dragons here, so that he can reduce the cost of his Dragon cards and really just play more Dragon cards. So I thought of that strategy, but it didn't really work out too well for me the first run. I actually failed here like 4 or 5 times with the Diana deck. During the Diana pop with the Ezreal option. So I did some thinking, and I actually came to the conclusion that the Vi deck wasn't too ideal for me. Sickness the Moonstalker wasn't really. I don't really like Sickness the Moonstalker. I don't know why, I just can't play Sickness the Moonstalker well. So yeah, I decided to go for the Leona deck. Even then, I have a bit of experience in Leona from my default my regular deck with the I was saying earlier. So I decided to go for the Leona expansion, the edition, and it actually proved to be the right decision because we actually won the first time here against Aurelion Sol. So yeah, I had a very good hand, so I didn't want to mulligan. I don't want to sub it, trade it in during the mulligan. And what I decided was I played Diana right off the bat, and as expected, the Herald Dragon comes out. So I activated Nightfall on my Crescent Guardian, and I managed to get a solid 7 damage in. So yeah, I knew she was gonna play the Screeching Dragon, and I had to go with Leona here just to stun the Screeching Dragon so that my Diana can survive for the next round. And yeah, that proved to be perhaps one of the turning points in the game. And even here, I got very lucky with the invoke. I got the Great Beyond, which is, if you don't know, the Great Beyond is a dragon. So that's the Fury keyword, and I thought, you know what, fight dragon with dragon. We're gonna use a bit of Pokemon knowledge here. So yeah, I got lucky here again. I drew a recall, so I managed to recall the Screeching Dragon and really get a solid damage here. And now I've reduced the Nexus to half. So yeah, that's very I would say I was very lucky in this game too. So I summoned the Dustbringer just to use as a buffer card. And it proved kind of well. I thought of like trying to play the Pale Cascade just to draw 1 card, and I thought, you know what, in terms of economy, it wasn't really worth it because I didn't have any unit that killed the second Firebrand. So yeah, I decided, you know what, I'll stave up for that, and it was a good decision to stave up for that. You'll see later on. So I invoked and I decided to play the Serpent. Because this is where the Pale Cascade came in. I thought of it because, like, oh, I have a Firebrand at 4 health, and I have a Pale Cascade at 2. So I have a Serpent with 2, and a Pale Cascade makes it 4. Why don't I just kill out the Firebrand? So yeah, I was kind of lucky in a way in this game, to tell the truth, that I managed to get some very decent cards like a Serpent and stuff like that. So with that in mind, I managed to kill off the 1 Herald Dragon, kill off the Firebrand, and really control the board a bit. So yeah, it turned to my advantage, and I was so lucky I got the Golden Sister, which was very ideal. Now it was probably a mistake to play it this round, that the Challenger could have was activated, and it took my elusive Golden Sister. But yeah, it was probably a mistake. But we managed to survive too. So try not to make too many wrong plays. Try to think carefully before you make a play. Don't be like me and make silly mistakes like that. And I actually went with the Great Beyond on the next turn because I wanted to draw as much cards as possible. Hopefully that I could get lucky and activate Nightfall, and I did. And I got Diana and the Crescent Guardian out. So I managed to control the board, kill off some dragons. I put the Crescent Guardian out just to try to pressure the deck, see if the AI would do some stupid plays, but when you're facing, I knew it wouldn't. So it sends out the invokes, the Mind Splitter, to really stun off all my units, but there wasn't really much I can do. I already had my Great Beyond out on the deck, and I closed out the game real quick after this. So it went with the +1/+1, the Dragon Egg spell. I can't remember the name of the spell. So yeah, in this next round it was basically the game over. But I made a mistake here. I decided to be a bit smart, but I nearly paid the price of it. So yeah, try to be a bit more careful, boys. Don't be like me. So yeah, I should have played the Mountain Squire straight off the bat, and just get another one of the units. Get another one of the invoke another celestial, and I got lucky. It's another golden sister too. You have no idea the insane amount of luck here. So yeah, you really have to be a bit lucky too to really progress in this game. So what I did was I basically tried not to take too much damage, and really just try to tank off most of the dragons with my units. I didn't want them damaging my Nexus, so I could hold on. And with that, I managed to clear out the game with my 2 elusives, which was the Great Beyond at 14 and the Sister. So anyway, folks, I hope that helped. If you enjoyed this episode and this helped you a lot, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you're here for the Leona video, the video should be up in about now in 5 seconds towards the end of this video. It's either now or later. But yeah, if you're looking for the Leona video, be sure to click on that. It's an in-depth guide too. Hopefully it helps you in getting the icons. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, all I want to say is be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll be making a video of the animations too when the next expansion comes out, which I'm hoping it's in the next one, patch 1.12. So yeah, I'll see you guys real soon.